The Play's the Thing with your host, Judy Sleed. Today's special guests, Joe Winchell and Ryan Verneuille. And now here's Judy.
No one gets such a wonderful introduction. Thank you, Lee. Welcome to The Play's the Thing. Today I have some young gentlemen, which I'm so happy that you were able to come, and it's only because school is out.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
No problem.
Oh, great. Ryan and Joe, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to
And
see you.
I have seen you in a play. Were you in the same play? I don't know, in the
Yeah,
high
We were
school?
in many of the same ones.
Yeah, all
Sa-
the plays we did together that we've done.
Okay, well, tell us about a little bit about the play. How did they pick you to play the part?
I guess I just fit the part last year in the Music Man for Winthrop. I looked like a good Winthrop, and I guess I did good. So, and for Sir Andrew, I don't know, I made it in the tryouts, and same with Henry, the baseball player in Damn Yankees. So, and that's how I got my parts.
You had to audition.
Yeah, we had to audition to get our
We all
parts.
had to audition.
And you too?
Yeah,
Joe?
that was a funny story. The first play I ever did was The Music Man, which was actually, ironically, Ryan's first play.
Yeah.
But I had tried out for the one before that called Arms and the Man, and it was by I think it was by George Bernard Shaw. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I didn't get into that one. And I came back to do the musical, and I auditioned, I sang, and I got the lead. So that was a surprise. I didn't expect to get the lead at all. So and that was probably one of the highlights of my high school life, was doing that play, because that was a lot of fun. I got to do a great cast, and then the next year we did Twelfth Night, where Ryan probably got one of the best parts in the entire play. It was a very funny part, and I got the lead once again with Duke Orsino. And then when we did Damn Yankees, I did not get the lead, but I got a very good part, and I acted with a very great bunch of guys. Ryan was one of them. About 6 or 7 other guys. It was really fun to do. My last play was really fun to do, and I'm glad I got to do it.
So you're going to Pearson's school,
Yeah, we go to Pearson High School,
which is located in...
Sag Harbor, New York.
Yeah, Sag Harbor.
And what grade are you in?
He just graduated.
I actually, I did. I was a senior. I actually just graduated. A
And
couple
where you
days
going?
ago, I just graduated.
And you made it, huh? They let you graduate.
Yes. Thank you.
That's good news.
Oh, that was good news to you and a bunch of other people.
And where are you going from there?
Well, I will be going to Suffolk Community College for 2 years, and I hope to transfer to a school in Florida called Full Sail, where very good acting, and it's all acting, it's all theaters and film, and I have a large...
So you really are determined to be in this field?
Yes.
You got the bug?
Actually, I wanted to be in film originally. I liked film a lot, and I wanted to make movies.
You want to make them?
Yeah, since I was 12 years old.
Have you made any movies?
I actually made a lot of them. We do have a video class at my high school, and that's where we do movies in there.
And what about you, Ryan?
Ryan's
Yeah.
a stage man.
Yep, I'm going into 11th grade, and I'm not sure what I want to be yet, but I kind of want to think it's going to have to do with music, I think. I want to have something to do with music. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. You play several instruments.
Yeah, I play a few.
Which ones? What do you play?
Alto saxophone, guitar, and I play some piano, and that's about it.
Well, your whole family is musical, too.
Yeah, somewhat. I also play mandolin, but yeah.
What's a mandolin? I'm sorry.
It's like a little guitar kind of.
Oh, I know
It's like
what
an
the- yeah.
Italy kind of thing,
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, my dad plays guitar. My dad's a really good musician, but that's about it in my family. My sisters play instruments too. So.
And what grade are you in?
I just graduated from 10th grade, so now I'm going into 11th grade.
Well, I don't understand that. You have a choice of either 10 or 11?
No, it's 10th grade.
Yeah.
And then he goes from 10th to 11th.
Yeah, I'm going into 11th grade. I'm going to be a junior in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I'm really not up on this. Oh. I didn't go to school here, as we were talking about it before. But you know, when I asked you, Joe, about if you made any movies, I meant because I was reading about Steven Spielberg. He made home movies at home, not in school.
Yeah, actually, me and my friends, we do stuff outside of school. We used to do it outside of school. We've done that since 7th grade, and then we got a chance to actually do it and have like an editing system.
And
When we went
what
in
type
school.
of play? Did you write the play yourself, and did you pick the players?
We actually sometimes we write a script. We have a very custom thing where we'll just get an idea and just do it on the spot. Sometimes we just wing it, and it ends up being very funny and very clever. And
How long are they?
some range from about 15 minutes. Some of them are about an hour, half an hour.
Oh my goodness.
They vary from sometimes we just keep going. Other times it's like a short thing, and it's funny. It's great.
And have you ever been in his play?
No, I knew
No.
Ryan. I wish I had known him earlier so he could, but I didn't really know Ryan until I did The Music Man.
Yep.
So
That's
that,
when you became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that show, Music Man.
Thank you. Did you see the play that we did?
No, I was out of town.
Oh.
I wanted to see that.
Should see a
I really
tape of
made it
it.
a point, but I was out of town and I missed it. So you have to do it again. You have to do it. What? Is there anything that you did in that show? What part did you play?
Oh, I played Winthrop. That was a little boy, and he pretty much what he is. Joe played Harold Hill, the Music Man, and he came into town like.
You did
Yeah.
the
That was Harold-
lead.
that was the lead.
Wow, that was a
Heavy
good
part.
heavy.
Yeah.
And you sang all those songs. Every
I had
word
to learn.
of it.
I had to learn how to sing. I sort of knew how to sing. I had a good idea of how to act, but I had to really learn how to sing, act, and I had to learn how to dance too, which is really difficult for me because I can't dance.
So you played the little boy who was lisping.
Yep, I had a lisp.
Yeah, and you sang that song with the lisp.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana.
Yes.
Yeah, and so what I was basically was his girlfriend's little brother
Yes.
in the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw that show on Broadway with Robert Preston, which you probably never heard.
I wrote a whole book
I've
on
heard-
him.
yeah.
You did?
I read the original. I watched the original
he
movie.
Was,
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
You did it good.
He was.
And they made a remake with
What's his name?
on television.
I can't remember,
guy
but I
that's
watched that
married.
one too, and that was
Yeah.
very good too.
Married to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes. I can't remember
But,
his name, but he was very good too.
Matthew
Matthew
Broderick.
Broderick. Yeah.
Yes, Matthew Broderick.
He was good, but he was not Robert
No Robert
Preston.
Preston, but it wasn't
no,
a bad
I
job
mean
either.
Robert Preston really enjoyed it. You could tell the way he was. And Matthew Broderick, as I said, he was good, but he was just. I didn't feel the enthusiasm in his portrayal.
That's why I did. The first song I had to sing was a song called Trouble. You remember that?
Yes.
It was the first song that I sing. The first song in the play is the one on the train.
Yes.
And I had learned the song at the speed of how Robert Preston did because we all got CDs. And I remember sitting down because we didn't actually do any singing or get on stage for a good 3 weeks. And I remember sitting down every day and listening to all my songs. And first time I heard Trouble, I was like, I got to memorize this now because if I don't, I'm never gonna. Because it's the fastest and the longest song in the play. And it's the first song, and if I don't nail the first song, then the whole play is done.
That's
So I
true.
listened to that song, and I actually learned it at the speed that he did it, very fast, and I had to slow down because I was doing it too fast. So I had to learn it at a completely different pace. I had to slow it down because the woman we had playing piano, couldn't keep up with me.
Yeah, she couldn't.
And I wasn't going too fast. I was going at the speed of the CD.
Yeah.
How Robert Preston did it. And I watched the movie, and I was in sync with the CD, and.
Yeah.
You know, and the lady can't keep up with me, so we had to slow it down about 2 decibels or something like that.
Oh, that's
But
a
it
shame.
ended up being very good, and I
Well,
realized
as
I remember
said, I'm sorry I missed it. Yes.
it was a great
Yeah,
experience.
it was fun.
And
You
and you
have some funny story about your song. Remember how we couldn't get the microphone system,
Oh, yep.
and we had to keep pushing you up stage?
Yep. What happened with us in Wells Fargo Wagon, it's
Yes.
one of the songs that ends the first act, but what happened was the microphone systems were like really old and they couldn't get set up or set them up wrong or something to that degree, but like every time I had to like perform the song, I always had to move up further and further,
Yeah.
and the first time to play, like the first half of the show, they couldn't hear at all because the microphones are so bad, and so it really screwed me up with Wells Fargo, but
Yeah, I remember in practice they kept pushing him up stage until he was on the very front. Ryan, let's move you up a little closer.
yeah.
Well, did Ryan tell you about the play he stepped in at the very last minute?
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
reading of a play that we had at Guildhall.
What was that?
They had like a program called The Naked Stage,
Oh, I've heard of that.
where you just go and read the play, just as, from script. And I did that play. It was called Georgia Day. And the person who was supposed to play one part did not show up. So I grabbed Brian.
Yeah.
And he said, sure. And he did very well.
That's really, you did what was it, Naked Stage? I've heard
Yes.
of that. I did a play down in Bay Street. That was actually my first time on stage.
What play?
They do a young playwrights thing there, where they do it in schools, and what happens is that everybody writes a play, and it gets selected out of all these kids. And I had a creative writing class, and there were about 5 of us, and I think one got selected from the class, and then there was a camp that another got selected, and it was about the girl who went to my school. It was about these 2 people where all the stuff is happening in their head. We're not really saying anything. We're sitting there thinking it, which was really hard to do because I didn't really say anything. I had to look. It was all about expression. I had maybe 2-3 lines. In actuality, everything was pre-recorded, and we were just on stage expressing ourselves. And it was funny because our director, Gary Shulman, who does the high school plays, was actually there watching it. And I told him, because this is after I hadn't gotten the part in Arms of the Man. I told him, I was like, I got a little talent now, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, maybe you should consider the musical next year.
Oh, it
By
was
the way,
great.
Mr. Shulman is a great
Great guy. And a great
Brian,
director, too.
if anybody, I owe everything to him because
same.
he helped me. I go on stage, I get a lead in a play. I go on stage. I'll be honest with you, I knew a little bit. I was clueless, and he turned me into this great actor. And Ryan, go ahead.
He gave me like a really, really big chance, like giving me Winthrop like that, and that was like my first time on stage, like ever. And I guess I fit the part, and he like really helped me out, and he really just showed me like how to act and all that stuff. So, like everything, improv, singing, dancing, and I really owe it all to him.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's good to know that you are appreciated, I'm sure. You could tell him that you were on this show and you talked about him, so he's going to watch it.
It was, I don't know, he's just such a good guy to work with. Anytime someone's not there, he always jumps on stage and does his part. And he's very funny. And the first thing the first thing he told me, he said, Joe, whatever happens on stage, just keep the scene moving. So if anybody forgot a line, I had to keep the scene moving. And actually, in Damn Yankees, I believe it was our second night, our friend Mike, who was playing the coach, had some trouble getting on stage. I think he fell or something, and he wasn't coming on stage. And I realized this about 10 seconds in that he wasn't coming on because he's supposed to come on right away after I say this line.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there, and I just said, I gotta say something. And I noticed that Brennan, who plays Smokey, is supposed to be doing a crossword puzzle, and he's sitting there like pantomiming a pen. So luckily there was a pen in my locker. I grabbed it and said, hey, Smokey, use the pen. And then Mike came out right afterwards. So that's one of the examples of keep the scene moving. Is right. And Ryan was in the music when we did Damn Yankees. We were on the baseball team together, and I think we were one of the people that were asked to work the hardest because we were in so many scenes. We were in the big dance number, and Ryan did a great job. Ryan had a little part.
Dancing, so you dance also, Ryan.
yeah,
We got a great choreographer.
Wow,
Yeah,
you are so.
Oscar-
I didn't
Oscar
know. I
Gonzalez.
knew you were talented, but I didn't think you danced.
He got a little part, and it was great. And we were asked.
Well, I'm a fan of Ryan's from way back. He was always a very good, good at everything. And it shows you get good grades, right?
no.
I hear you're not getting good grades.
No, I get good grades.
Of
I'm
course
doing
you
good.
do.
Yeah.
I hear you were nominated.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
for Teenie
that's right.
Awards. We got nominated
I got
for
nominated
Teenies.
too.
You too?
Yeah, I did. What'd you get nominated for?
I got nominated for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy, which was for 12th Night, and I played Sir Andrew. And
I got nominated for Best Lead Actor in a Comedy, and it's funny because We've never, no, this is, the Teen Award's only been gone for what, 3-4 years? And I don't think we've ever got a nomination. We got 8 this year. 9. We got 9 nominations this year. And the first category.
Something must have improved.
No, it was good because it's funny because I said, all right, no matter what happens, we're taking home an award. In the first category, it was 3 kids from our school. It was Ryan, Mike, and this other kid who was in Druva was in our school. Was in 12th night, and that was the only people in the category. So either way, we were taking home an award. But I did not.
What did you get? You got a statue?
Oh, I didn't win.
Yeah, me neither. My friend
So,
Mike won, but
I don't want
he
to talk
did a
about it
great
right
job.
now.
So you had to. You are disappointed.
I wasn't actually. I wasn't upset. I wanted to win, but
Of course, everybody wants.
I
to
wanted to win. It didn't bother me though, because I actually going to that place, you meet a lot of really cool people. I met some neat people there, who actually I keep in touch with now. I made some friends there, and it was just a fun thing to do. A majority of our class won.
Well, getting a nomination, it's also
so good.
an honor because a lot of people don't get nominated, even if you don't win. It's a feather in your hat.
It's just
exactly.
no one. To me, it was like I got nominated. That's something to look forward to. I didn't win, but I got nominated.
Yes.
And that was something. That was a good thing to go off when I'm graduating. At least I got nominated, you know. And that was. I'm just really happy that I was able to be a part of the ceremony. That was actually really fun and great. And it wasn't a total loss because the girl who had played Lola in Damn Yankees. Are you familiar with it? Played Damn Yankees?
Oh, absolutely.
You know the part of Lola?
Whatever Lola wants.
Yes.
Lola gets.
Kirsten Hess was the girl who played Lola, and I'm so happy that she won. She actually got nominated for 12th Night too. Didn't win for 12th Night, won for Damn Yankees, and I was really happy about that because that girl worked harder than anybody on that. Worked harder than us. Worked harder than anybody because she had to learn so much. She had to dance and sing.
She was so good too. She was so great.
It was good to know that we got recognized for the musical.
Absolutely.
Especially with the lead actress, and it was really fun. And I don't regret anything at all. I'm
No
happy
regrets.
I got it. Nope, none.
Well, how about Ryan? Do you have a favorite player, in and out? I mean, I'm not talking about somebody you work with, but maybe on the screen or in the theater.
Like my favorite actor or ever. I don't know. That's a really, really hard decision. I guess like all different actors can act like different parts and can act like different categories, and I don't know. I can't really answer that. I like a lot of like Adam Sandler's really funny. Jack Nicholson's funny. I like comedy a lot better than a lot of things. A lot of Mel Gibson's good actor.
Mel Gibson
Jim
in
Carrey.
comedy.
Well, no, I'm just saying like he's a good actor.
And what about you, Joe?
I do have my favorite actor. I have a lot of them, but I've narrowed it down to a top 5. I have my favorite actor, who I've actually been compared to a lot. My cousins, because I used to do his lines from his movies. I've been compared to Jim Carrey a lot. I get that a lot. You remind me of Jim Carrey. That's what I always get. And I used to always do the lines from his movies in front of my family. And then I get that a lot. He's my favorite actor. I'm also a big fan of Jack Nicholson.
I thought you were going to say fan of Ryan.
I am a fan
Verneuille.
of Ryan. Ryan's one of my favorite actors.
Sure.
And I like, there's so many. But if I had to pick, I'd pick, like him, Jack Nicholson, people who bring a lot of presence. I like people who bring a lot of presence on screen and stage. It's such an important thing to bring yourself, when you go on stage, to have a presence and always grip the audience, and this is what I've been taught I've only been doing the plays for about 2 years, and I learned so much from Mr. Shulman.
So you want to ask me who my favorite?
Who's your favorite? Who's your
I'm so glad you asked. Well, today, and this is not years ago, because years ago, when I was about your age, my favorite actor was Alan Ladd.
I
Did
should
you
have
ever
said
hear?
that. I've heard of Alan Ladd a few.
Well, but today, my favorite actor is
Tom Cruise?
Raphael Odell Shapiro.
Oh, I know.
Wait,
Do you know him?
what movies? Sounds very
No, he's a kid. He's a kid.
No, who is he?
Yeah, he's a kid. He is at stages. He plays.
Oh, he does it stages. Is this a girl?
No.
No, there was the girl who did Annie. It was named Raphael,
and
too.
that-
Yeah, Raphaela.
She was good, I'm
She
sorry.
was real good though.
Yeah.
We'll have her
And
next
he
year.
was
Okay.
also in the play that you were in.
Yeah,
I
Georgie
did.
Day.
Yeah,
Georgie
Georgie
Day.
Day. He
What's
was
his name? Raphael?
Raphael Odell Shapiro, and he's
Like his
gonna.
name.
Yeah,
Got a good
he's
name.
a
Got a
long
good name for the stage.
And he got a part at Bay Street at doing Pippin. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Well, it sounds I'm very happy for him.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Well,
he's
everybody's making fun of me because, you know, I like him, and they call him, well, anyway, his mother always laughs at me. Because I always look forward to seeing him. But I'm going to add you two to my list of favorite actors.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay?
Thank you.
Our school has always been a great theater thing. They've been doing great shows ever since I can remember. My cousin, actually, I have generations in the play. My cousin, before me, my cousin Lizzie Marchisella did all the plays she did since 9th grade. I mean, since middle school, because we used to have middle school plays. We actually just started the middle school play again. They hadn't done it since they did Alice in Wonderland, and that was back when I was in middle school, and I graduated now, so. They did Little Orphan Annie this year, and that was just amazing. I mean, and they put that together in a month and a half, and it was
That's short
and
time.
it was great. They did the girl who played Annie had such a voice, and my little sister was in it. She had had a few parts in it because they were short on extras and little bit parts. And she played a few. My cousin Alex was in it, and it was just really good to see that happen again because you could see the kids up there really enjoying themselves. And I was like, wow,
Well,
this is great.
if you don't enjoy yourself, then the people who watch you don't enjoy
That's
you
what
either.
Mr. Shulman says to us. If you don't want to do this, no one's making you do it. If you're just doing it just to do it, then don't be here. Do it because you want to be here. And I wanted to be there. Through and you know, there's some times when we do things and, you know, he gets to the end of his rope because sometimes people don't show up. You know, they missing practices, dance. It's important to be there. And he always says, if you don't want to be here, be here. And everybody that is there wants to be there because they want to do it.
And you sound very enthusiastic about this, but do you have anything else like for a backup in case you don't succeed in this?
Yeah, I want to be a telemarketer. No. I've actually taken an act to writing. I like writing.
Well, that's also a very difficult field.
I've been I've been told I'm good at it though, which I never knew. I'm not gloating. I'm just saying I've been.
But you haven't thought about taking a degree in teaching?
Yeah, I have. If I fail at being a musician or an actor, I'll definitely be a teacher.
Right. I think that's a smart thing to do, to have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
Because there's an awful lot of actors, but there's, even if you are like, you're a star, you still don't work all the time.
Yeah, no.
And then you get bored, or if you don't have enough money, so it's good
There's
to have
one thing I've
something.
always taught. It's that you never start at the top. I'm not looking to be a big director first. I'm looking to just get into the industry first and work my way up. People call it my idol in film. There's a man, you ever heard of Quentin Tarantino? His work, Pulp Fiction or anything like that? Mm-hmm. That man, I've read so much about that man. I wish I have ever had the graces to meet him because he's such a phenomenal director and his writing is amazing. He started at the very bottom. He was writing movies when he was working in a video store. And, you know, he struggled and, you know, I was like, all right.
Well, whoever started at the top?
No one ever started at the top. And that's my thing. I'm not looking to start at the top. I'm looking to work my way up.
Well, yeah, that's the only way to do it. There's that wonderful song. You start at the bottom. Yeah, that was from Seesaw, that play, Seesaw.
I've heard of that. Good
Yes, that's one of my favorite songs.
Yep.
And you're going to...
I still have all the songs from the last play we did stuck in my head.
So, and how does your family feel about you wanting to do this?
My family is very enthusiastic about it, very supportive. So
Yeah?
I'm happy for them
They're
that they are
backing you up, which is great.
Well, because I'm good at it. If I suck, they'd tell me. My dad would tell me straight up,
But
son,
maybe you
stop
would-
acting.
You would give them trouble if they didn't agree with you.
I would, because this is what I like to do.
Well, that's
I really
great.
like doing it, and that's.
Yeah, that's wonderful that
And I have a friend
you
that
like
actually.
to do it, and then everybody's behind you to support you. That's great.
Yeah. And actually, I have a friend whose parents are not quite in favor of it, and I say, you know
Yeah.
what? It's if you want to do, you do it. You know, don't.
And how about you, Ryan? How does your family feel about you?
They like it, so I do it. And I don't know, I do it, even if they didn't want me to, I'd still do it. I love to do it, and it's still fun. It's something to do. So,
You are a very sensible person. I know Ryan for many years and his whole family. The whole family is very sensible. And and most of your friends, would you say, are in this field, or you hang
I
out
actually
with
have several
others?
friends that
Yeah.
are in the last play. A lot of my class was in it. My two best friends played the two male leads in Damn Yankees, and I had this other girl who's a friend of mine was also in that play, played a supporting actor's part, did the big dance number with Kirsten, the Mambo, the Who's Got the Pain song from Damn Yankees. She did that dance number with her, and a few others too. So.
Well, that's wonderful. You're in good company.
Yeah.
You encourage each other.
I encourage a lot of
Well,
kids.
Would you believe it that a whole half hour went by?
Really?
A lot of people will come on my show, well, what are we going to talk about for a half hour? And then it's almost the end, and then we said, oh, well, I should have talked about this, that, and the other thing. Well, I want to thank you again for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.
It's all been
been great.
Pleasure's been all.
And I'm going to
Great.
have to ask more young people to come because you are the future. You are the future.
You
And I
should
want to-
definitely, yes, you should definitely get, Mike Pintar,
Mike Pintar.
Brendan Fraser, Remy Dobbs, all those kids can come down here. And
Well, you
it's just,
could give me the names, and then we'll get them together and because the whole play here.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I want to thank Mary from the East Hampton Business Service for underwriting this show. And I want to thank Lee Davis and Emily Verneuille doing the camera. And of course, what's your name again? Ryan and Joe.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And
It's been a
thank
pleasure.
you
It's
so
been a
much.
great
It's
pleasure.
wonderful. And